One of the really exciting teaching initiatives in the Faculty of Education is about supporting the well-being of our students. It has become clear in the last few years, and then especially through COVID, that some of our students were really struggling with their health and their well-being. Specifically, we were learning that students were quite anxious, and some were dealing with depression. But beyond those mental health concerns, we were also learning that some of our students were really being challenged with other dimensions of wellness, like financial well-being or food insecurity. So as we often do in a university setting, we developed a committee related to wellness. And over the past 7 years, our committee has been able to engage in developing both program-wide initiatives, but also individualized instructional approaches, as well as a research agenda related to student well-being. We've been able to offer programming that addresses the emerging wellness concerns that our students share with us through surveys and interviews. For example, this past year, this was really interesting for us, that we learned about 35% of our students had indicated that sleep-related issues were their top wellness concern. As a result of learning about this, we've now consulted with Alberta Health Services, and we have some sessions set up for the fall so that all the students coming into our program can preemptively start to consider their sleep patterns and their needs. We've also had program-wide STEP challenges on Twitter, wellness breaks, and as part of our orientation day in the fall, students have the opportunity to join several different activities, including things like hiking in the coulee, a campus walk. We've had puzzles and games in the library, dodgeball in the gym, and some yoga and mindfulness sessions. Beyond these program-wide initiatives, the members of our committee, Danny Balderson, Stout, Greg Ogilvie, and myself, have adopted a wellness focus within our classrooms. We've learned from our student surveys that instructors were actually identified as the most important wellness support for students early in their program experience. So that told us that what we're doing in our classrooms is equally, if not more important than what we were doing program-wide. A few examples of individual instructional approaches include using a wellness statement in our course outlines that indicate the priority of wellness, and it also has a link to both on and off-campus resources that our committee has curated. Another instructional approach that has been implemented is wellness check-ins, where periodically throughout the semester, students have an opportunity to communicate with their instructor about how things are going for them, what their challenges are, and extend the conversation into how the instructor might be able to support that student in their learning. So it's important to note here that these individual and program-wide initiatives take a considerable amount of time. But we believe that this is time well spent because we understand that student well-being is a precondition for learning. It is our responsibility as educators to develop the best possible learning environment that we can. And right now, in this context, that means addressing and supporting student well-being so that they can thrive in our program and in our classrooms.